What going, people thems? So firstly, don't watch the carnival shit. I woke up this morning and I literally was like, it's such a bleak day. And I was like, I need to. I don't feel bleak, even though it's windery, it's blustery and windy outside. It's all grey and stuff. And I was like, that's not how I feel inside. So, do you know what? And I was going through my wardrobe and I was like, oh, I haven't worn this for a while. I actually wore this to Carnival last year. But I was like, you know what? I feel in a Carnival mood. I feel good. I feel good. So I'm gonna wear my Carnival shirt. I've actually got my shorts on as well. Like it's not that warm here, but you know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta just feel it. Do you know what I mean? You gotta just feel it. Anywho, so this I've got quite a few different things I need to react to this evening. So the first one of these is for my patron who is I've got quite a few Prince fans who are in my Patreon, which is really awesome for me, because like they just give really like intelligible context to stuff, and can give a lot of background to things that like I would have had no idea about. So one of the songs that Sherry recommended was Prince and the Revolution, When Doves Cry, the extended version. So what I've decided to do is, so that any of my Prince reaction subscribers out there, I'm going to start from the beginning, like because I think I've kind of hop and skip. I've moved around like different areas, and it's just getting really confusing to me. It's like where is what. So Samantha, very kindly, bless her, is gonna put together like just a little like, chronography, like of everything, and I can just see things in chronological order and go from start to finish. And I think that's gonna be the easiest thing for me because there's just so much. There is so much Prince stuff out there. So yeah, let's dive into this. This is Prince and Revolution, When Doves Cry, the extended version. This is a tune, by the way. I have heard the song before, but I've never seen the video. Okay, let's go. Is that him in the back? He's in the back, isn't he?
Dig, if you will, the picture of you and I engaged in a kiss. The sweat of your body
agree. You did say that this might be one of the best things I've seen, and I you weren't wrong in what you said, were you? That was so cool. And I don't know what the original was like in terms of like the length and stuff and where it cut off and what was added in the extended bit. But like the whole tune to me, like from the get go with the beat, dun, 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 like it's already got that kind of like it's set in already. So that beat. And from time you've got that, you've got me because I can't keep still. Do you know what I mean? I just like, like I can't stop. And I think watching the video, I mean, you start off with anybody in a bath, and I'm gonna be like, well, what's going on here? And he looks so innocent, like in that like first still as well, like his eyes looking up at you, just and like you're naked, sir, or appearing to be naked anyway. The actual video, like the main thing that was running through my head as I was watching this was he's just really creative. Like his costume choices, like as he's kind of like following himself around, and whether it's looking at a picture of his dad, or he's singing to himself in the mirror, or he's out on the field with himself and the girl, again in the bath, like sweating with her, or if he's then at the end where he's in that suit with the hat, and he's doing those dance moves with that screen thing where it's like there's two of you. The whole thing just screamed to me creative. And like I've just watched a documentary with him where they were talking about, I said documentaries, it was about 10 minutes long, but they were talking about, the title of it was Love Him or Hate Him. And they were saying like you had some people like Eric Clapton that was just like, oh my god, he's like the most amazing. Like it's on my Patreon now. He's like the most amazing, and I don't understand why people would ever call him like a sellout and stuff. And then you got other people like what's that, Little Ricky? Is it Little Ricky? To the fruit end. Oh, Little Richard. Little Ricky. Little Richard. And that's like, oh, you're making too much music, like, and actually maybe, that's the reason that's probably grating on people because there's too much music coming out and whatever. And I had a really like awesome. I wouldn't have got a debate really. It was just like my Patreon members being able to kind of comment what their thoughts were and stuff, and it's just really interesting because to me, looking at this, like the thing that screams out to me, even though he's got those like what looks like women's boots on or whatever, like and this like elaborate hairdo, which again is 80s on it. I mean, like I don't know what hairdo I'd be rocking if I was in the 80s, but whatever. Like all of it, like is so. To me, polished though, like he looks like it's so. It just feels as though it's been curated, like, and from a creative perspective, isn't that what you want from someone? Like, the main thing, like I said, that was running through my head. I was watching this guy is not boring. He's not boring, man. There's nothing boring about this at all. Like because I don't know what's coming. Like you've got the eyes that like in between the shots and stuff. You've got the doves that are flying that are flying out and stuff. At one point, you had like it was him on the motorbike, and then then flash to a dove, and then flashes back to him on the motorbike, and then it flashes to those eyes that are kind of crying at the same point. Then it flashes back to him doing this like awesome like dance routine where it looks like the two of him, but like he's obviously been able to see what we can see on the camera because what he's doing, it's just so in sync with the music. It's just cool. It's just you just don't know what's coming. Like you just don't know what's coming, and I think for me that is what I find like the most. Well, not the most actually. No, sorry. What I find probably equally as enthralling is the fact that like I don't really like one of my Patreon members said it. I think it was JJ. People so badly wanted to put him in a box, like as you fit this, but because you've got the makeup wearing and the heels wearing and the blouses, like, and then you've got the you're singing about sex, but then you're singing about God, and like there's no real box you can really put him in. But I think that's the appeal, like, and I know I'm not alone in saying that. Like, that's like an appeal. There's no conformist, nothing. And the other thing, and I think that's one of my my new patrons was saying was that commercially, like, he never really like it was never about selling out for him. Like, it was all about the music. Do you know what I mean? It was all about the music, and I think that's really evident. And it's the reason why, like, he had so many like tunes out because like he was always making music, and I can't remember who it was at the time with the anecdote about, like, you know, either his producer or someone that was in the studio with him, and then basically having to kind of basically live there because like when a tune came in his head, he had to go and create it. So I think just that video for me, like on the back of what I've just watched, I can just see all of those creative juices and elements and stuff, and it's just I just like I'm just here for it. I'm here for all of it. Here for all of it. And I think as I say, what's really awesome, when you couple that with the actual tune, like the song is a banger. Like you cannot get past the point of being like, dun, 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 dun. Maybe I'm just like my mother. It's such a tune. Definitely one of my favorites that I've heard of his, and one that I've heard in like films or whatever, but I've never watched the whole thing through. And then that note he hit with the like, dude, sick. Yeah, really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed that. It's really nice to kind of be going on this purple journey, and I definitely would warrant anyone else who is a fan of Prince, to keep watching, because I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I think the next thing I'm going to do, there's another song that Sherry asked for, which was Love Go Crazy, is it? Let's go crazy. Let's go crazy. So I'm gonna watch that now. But if you did enjoy this, then please drop me a like and subscribe. That would be amazing. Thank you very much. And I'm doing this full time now, so any support that you want to send my way to the channel, I'd be really grateful for that. So you can drop a super thanks if you enjoyed the content, or, which I think is always best, come join me on Patreon, man. Like, because all my reactions, full movie reactions, episodes, all that, is all on there. So hopefully you've come for Prince, but you'll stay for other stuff too. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.